Opening with the queen's pawn controls the center and usually leads to a more positional development of the pieces. The Indian game begins by controlling the important e4 square with the knight, rather than a pawn. This develops a bishop off its starting square, getting it into the action. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. This prepares the bishop for development. This attacks white's pawn chain. The knight moves forward into the game. This is called development. This activates a knight by developing it off of its starting square. The knight moves from its initial position, joining the action. This creates a threat against a pawn by pinning one of its defenders. This prevents the opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. This defends the attacked pawn. This immobilizes the knight by pinning it to the king. A solid choice. This threatens to tactically win a pawn. This stops the opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. This develops a rook off its starting square, getting it into the action. This kicks a bishop. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This forces the opponent to isolate a pawn. Takes back. This misses an opportunity to offer an equal trade of pieces. This is the strongest option. This is a fair move. This threatens to kick a knight. This misses an opportunity to tactically win a pawn. This allows the opponent to eventually win a pawn. This overlooks an opportunity to eventually win a pawn. This kicks a knight. This overlooks an opportunity to take an outpost with a knight. Right on target. There were worse moves, but also something much better. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it. Very precise. This connects the rooks, which helps them work together. This is not the best. Out comes the rook and into the battle. This is the strongest option. This threatens to tactically win a bishop. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Recaptures. The knight is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This threatens to win material by trapping a piece. Right on target. This activates a rook by developing it off of its starting square. That's fine. Very precise. This misses an opportunity to create a passed pawn. This is the strongest option. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Takes back. This moves the rook to safety. Now white can't stop black from winning a knight if they make the right moves. This allows the knight to control more squares. This wins a knight. The knight is now adequately defended. This wins material. This evades a check from the rook. Right on target. Recaptures. Capturing that rook wins material. Takes back. This is the way to win a pawn. This mobilizes the knight, allowing it to control more of the board. That pawn was free for the taking. This passed pawn is a strong asset for white. This blocks white's pawn. One of the best moves. Now white can't stop black from winning a pawn if they make the right moves. This moves the bishop to a better location, allowing it to control more squares. That was a free pawn. Very precise. This takes an open file, a common method for activating a rook. This is the strongest option. This is the start of the endgame, and black is winning. Putting the piece on a blockade square. This activates a rook by getting it to the 7th rank and also restricts the king. Right on target. Placing a rook behind a passed pawn helps keep the pawn protected as it tries to promote. Very precise. Placing a rook behind an opposing passed pawn can inhibit the pawn's ability to promote. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. This is the strongest option. Now black can't stop white from winning a pawn if they make the right moves. Right on target. A very strong play. Very precise. This is the way to win a knight. This prevents the opponent from being able to promote a pawn to a piece. That was a free knight. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. This is the strongest option. Right on target. This blocks black's pawn. This threatens to play checkmate.